Hi guys, I'm Maria Parmigiani, your CW14 star, and I have a special guest here today. This is MaryAnn DeSalva, and she is an author, breast cancer survivor, and just an extraordinary woman all around. MaryAnn, can you tell us why breast cancer is so close to your heart and why you want to help other people?
I'd be happy to. 15 years ago, I was diagnosed with, I found a lump in my breast and hurried off to the doctor and found out that we needed to do a biopsy, and the biopsy was positive, and that was my first experience with breast cancer. Chemotherapy followed, which meant other adjustments to make, losing the hair and other problems with it too. And during that time, I needed something as to keep my mind busy, other than just my body, what was happening to my body. I had to let the body heal and keep the mind busy. And that's when I started writing a book. And I thought, I've worked with kids all of my life teaching, and what better thing than to write a children's book? And so that's what I did.
And can you tell us a little bit about your book without giving away too much? I mean, it's about a pelican, right? But it's not an ordinary pelican, right?
It's not an ordinary pelican because he has a magic tooth. My husband and I, after my treatments with cancer, resumed our vacation time in Mississippi, where I would watch the pelicans at play right in the channel in front of our house. We would watch them do all their silly little antics. And that's what I chose as the subject matter for my book, the pelicans. And I gave Percy, who was the major character, a tooth. And it was a magic tooth, and he was the only pelican that had a tooth, which caused lots of interesting things. His brother Jabber was very jealous of him. And not to give too much of the story away, he tells no one about his tooth, but it's always done for good things, helping other people in some way.
That's great. And so you wrote about pelicans because you guys vacation in Mississippi, and you said you have some friends in Mississippi, and they were interested to hear about what you had to say. And what did they think of the book?
Well, I have about 12 close friends that we have lunch together and once a month, and they were all excited about the book. And I, as a northerner, they wanted to know what I thought about their southern pelicans that they kind of ignore. They just know they're there, but they don't make a fuss over them the way I did. They enjoyed the book. They bought the books for their grandchildren, for their great-grandchildren, for the neighbors, and everyone else, and kept prodding, what's going to happen next? We need another book.
And that's when the second book came up. How did this one come about? Because this is a little bit different. This one is dedicated to a special little girl, right?
Yes, it is, and her name is Hannah, and Hannah lives in Nakusa, Wisconsin. I heard about Hannah as a result of the publication of the first book, when a friend asked if he could have a book for this little girl who was his niece or cousin. I don't remember the relationship. And I said, of course, and I signed the book to her. And probably a week later, I had the letter from this little girl named Hannah, and it was written all over the page, and her grandma had helped her write it. And she had leukemia. I heard about that at the time. She had leukemia. So suddenly she became close to my heart. I knew the things that were happening to her at the age 5. And we became friends. I would call her and we would talk to her. And I had a chance to meet her for the first time this summer as a surprise to me. My husband fixed all this up, so I would get to meet Hannah and to give her the first book that was published. And the dedication in the front is to Hannah. And Hannah is now doing very well, and she's almost finished with her treatments. And she's going to be just fine.
And now she's a big old 7-year-old, right?
Big old 7-year-old, yes.
And you're actually going to be somewhere on Saturday signing your books, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm really excited about that. I was asked to bring my books, and this is Breast Cancer Month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And as a survivor of breast cancer, Kathy heard about my books and talked to me about them. And she said, how would you like to do a signing at the spa on Saturday? I said, I would absolutely love to do that. As many people as we can talk and get the message out about breast cancer, and that it can be helped. It certainly can be helped. I'm a sitting witness of that, of a 15-year survivor, and I was in phase 2 or stage 2 of the cancer to begin with. And so we went over to the spa, and I had a nice meeting with Kathy, and we'll be set up there on Saturday, and everybody come and see us. We'd like to talk to you and share stories.
That's fantastic. And I got a little pink feather here. Can you see it? Is
I
it
can
out?
see it.
That's for breast cancer. So if you guys want to meet MaryAnn or Kathy and talk about your stories, she'll be at the spa, the day spa in De Pere, Saturday from 10 until noon.